Hey guys, we're back again talking about the Nintendo Switch. We have heard something very interesting, very disappointing, that the Nintendo Switch will not come with a JoyCon Grip charging module. The actual JoyCon Grip that comes with the Nintendo Switch will not charge the JoyCon controllers, which means the only way to charge the JoyCon controllers is to hook them up to the Switch itself while the Switch is either charging on the dock or charging via USB Type-C. Like, you hook it up to a power bank or you hook it up to the wall. Pretty much that's how that's gonna work. So what does this mean? Is this a big deal? Now technically I think it is a big deal. The JoyCon Grip will be a shell. The JoyCon Grip that comes with the Nintendo Switch will be a shell, basically, is how Eurogamer reports, and I think that's true. The thing about these JoyCon Grips, there are two JoyCon Grips. There is the JoyCon Grip that comes with the Nintendo Switch, and then there's the JoyCon Charging Grip. The Charging Grip is the only grip that will actually charge the JoyCons. This is, so far as I can tell from now, Nintendo has not issued a actual, basically they haven't confirmed it. They have not said an actual statement on this. They need to make this clear. It makes the fact sheet, which Nintendo rolled out on its press site, clearly says that the JoyCon Grip that comes with Nintendo Switch will basically it'll basically join the two controllers. It will not charge it, and they said that a charging accessory will be sold separately for $30. The JoyCon Charging Grip is $30. So what does this mean? This means that the device you can't charge your JoyCon Grips while playing in docked play TV mode, which is disappointing. Now, is this really going to affect gamers? The JoyCons are going to last 20 hours, but I still think it's an important thing. The JoyCon Grip that comes with the Nintendo Switch will display the actual battery life of the JoyCons themselves, but it will not allow you to charge them. JoyCon Grips JoyCon controllers can only be charged via the rail charging system that Nintendo has rolled out with the Switch. The charging grip is basically a grip with a portable battery inside of it. So you can hook it up to USB Type-C and charge the controllers while you play. Or you could you don't even really need to recharge the actual device itself, because you can just hook that thing up. The JoyCon Grip Charging Grip comes with a battery inside of it, so you can just have that thing charged up and ready and not have to hook up to USB Type-C. Here's another thing that's really interesting. The Nintendo Switch only comes with one USB Type-C adapter. It's an AC adapter. It ends in an AC hookup. It does not end in an actual Type-C cord that plugs into an adapter. It's fused, the cord is fused onto the adapter. So you'll have to buy an extra Type-C hookup if you want to use it with a power bank or anything like that, which is kind of, that's not too cool. But most people, I think, they'll just unhook the Type-C adapter that's with the dock and take that with them and hook it up to a wall socket whenever their Switch needs charged. But what this is going to do is interrupt the most important aspect of the Nintendo Switch, which is the docked TV mode. Nintendo has said the Nintendo Switch is a home console first and foremost. I think this is an oversight on Nintendo's part. I think that they should have included a JoyCon Charging Grip with the Nintendo Switch, and I think it's bad form. Now, Nintendo has not 100% confirmed that the JoyCon Grip that comes with the Nintendo Switch will not charge the JoyCons, but the fact sheet pretty much tells me that it's not going to. Eurogamer said that it won't, but Eurogamer is citing what they are using as their sources are retailer listings. And so far as I know, there are no retail listings for the actual regular JoyCon Grip. They're only for the JoyCon Charging Grip, which charges the JoyCons. So that kind of tells you that Nintendo's trying to make a quick buck. Nintendo's still Nintendo. They still have regardless of how amazing I think the Switch is, they still have a long way to go. They still have to break out of their weird business practices. And it's just so strange. You would think the Nintendo Switch, they would want to have it to where there's no interruptions in gameplay whatsoever. Now, it just doesn't make sense to me. I just don't. There are a few other things that don't make sense to me about the Switch. Is that it can't really be charged properly in tabletop mode without an extra accessory or without a 90-degree USB Type-C cable. Now that in itself is frustrating, but in reality, I think that people are going to find out this stuff. They won't know beforehand, and Nintendo doesn't necessarily make it a very clear. They don't make it clear that the Nintendo Switch will not charge your JoyCons with the JoyCon Grip. And the only way to recharge those is to hook it up to the actual Switch console and slot it into the dock and charge it that way, or unhook the AC power adapter from the dock, hook it up to the Switch, hook it up to the wall, then hook up the JoyCons on the side of the Switch and play it in handheld mode while you're charging the Switch and the JoyCons at the same time. And I'm not sure how long that will take. The rail system, it probably trickles the battery, it probably trickles the power, but I'm not sure. That's something that we need to know. USB Type-C quick charging should be a thing. It should absolutely be a thing here. I think the AC adapter will, depending on the specifications of it, depending on the controller inside of it, the actual power controller inside of it, I think it will quick charge, and I don't think we'll be sitting there forever to charge our Switch and the Joy-Cons. Well, actually, I think the Joy-Cons might take a little bit longer to recharge, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the battery is inside of them. Since it uses USB Type-C, it should support quick charging. So even though we have to hook it to the side of the Switch and unhook the AC adapter or buy another USB Type-C, because the Switch does not come with USB Type-C cord. It only comes with a USB Type-C to AC adapter. It does not come with the Type-C to Type-C cord or a Type-C to Type-A to hook it up to an external power bank, an older external power bank. So you have to buy some extra stuff along with the actual $30 JoyCon Grip. So let's count this up. $299 for the actual Switch console. $30 for the JoyCon Charging Grip. Now, most people, I think, if you're primarily going to play the Nintendo Switch as an actual TV device in TV mode, I think you're gonna buy the Pro controller, and I think Nintendo knows that, and I think that's why they don't really care about putting spending the extra $30. Putting the chargeable JoyCon Grip in there, and I think they're like, okay, they're just going to spend $80 again, which is more than a game. So the controller effectively costs more than a game because of the Rumble HD technology inside of it, motion tracking, all that jazz. But I think that's why they just didn't care to do that. They're like, look, most people, it's going to last 20 hours anyway, so you'll just, after you're done playing it, you'll just hook the controllers back on. And if you don't, then your batteries are going to run out, which is, I think, is bad form. I think it's bad form, and I hope we can actually turn the Joy-Cons off. And sitting there sucking and wasting the batteries when they're just sitting there. So I think most people will, if they're playing it at home, they're just playing it at home, they'll keep the Joy-Cons in the JoyCon Grip. They won't really bother with taking it out. If they want them to die, I mean, you'll have to take them out and put them on the actual Switch while it's docked or hooked up to the power source. So this is an oversight on Nintendo's part. This proves that Nintendo is still Nintendo. Despite all the positives and impressive things that the Switch offers, it's still going to have all these weird, awkward, just things that shouldn't be. This is not something that Nintendo should be doing. This is something that they should have totally learned, and just don't do things like this. Include everything that we need in the box. Don't fracture and make it so we have to pay extra money. See, that $30 is basically half of a game. Some games only cost $50. Some games cost $60. So that's half of a game that we have to spend just to recharge our Joy-Cons, which are needed to play the actual games. Or we can spend $50 on top of that $30 and buy a Pro Controller. So $299 for the Switch, $29.99 for the actual JoyCon Grip, which I think is essential. Now, it's not, you can get around not having to buy the JoyCon Grip, but it takes effort on the consumer's part, and this device is made for a mainstream market. It's made for everyday people, and I don't think Nintendo has clearly illustrated certain things, and I think when people buy this thing and their Joy-Cons run out and they're forced to have to switch to handheld mode and play it like that, they're not going to be too happy, because most people have, 40, 50 inch TVs, HD TVs. They have bigger TVs, and they want to play the game on a big TV. They don't necessarily want to be locked to the smaller screen unless they're on the go. So making people have to switch over to a form factor they're not necessarily interested in, because some people will buy this thing just to play it as a TV mode. They won't buy it to play it any other form factor. That's kind of what they want. They just want dedicated, especially a game like Zelda. I mean, it is amazing you could take it on the go, but I think the definitive experience as far as specifications and performance will be TV mode. It will be docked mode. It will not be on the go. I just think this is a bad move. It's a bad move, Nintendo. Nintendo has to clearly, they have to give out a statement. They have to defend this decision and say, here, this is what we're doing. This is why we're doing it. We're sorry if you're upset about it. And for some reason, I keep thinking in the back of my head, there's a chance that it's wrong. But I don't think so. I think it comes with the actual, just a JoyCon Grip without a internal battery module inside of it. Because I was looking at pictures of the JoyCon Grip that comes with the Switch, and it does not appear to have a USB Type-C port in it at all. So that indicates it can't be recharged. It indicates the Joy-Cons have to be separated from the JoyCon Grip and attached to the actual Nintendo Switch tablet to be charged, which is just, it's a very disappointing move. To save $30, you're going to potentially frustrate your core gamers and mainstream gamers alike. But that's pretty much it. I will have an inclusion of the official Nintendo Switch fact sheet on this video in the description, so you can check it out yourself. And we'll have an article on this in probably about like 15 minutes or so. It'll be up, and you'll be able to see 100% like why I think that Eurogamer is right. I don't think Eurogamer has linked to the actual official spec sheet, the final spec sheet, but that's something I'm going to do, and to show people that I think this is a bad move. It's confusing because the Switch, Nintendo has done everything they can to make this clear to gamers, like make it 100% clear, no confusing nonsense. And when you got stuff like this, there's more to it than what Nintendo's revealing. Of course, there's always more to it, so it's going to be disappointing, I think, to mainstream gamers and hardcore gamers. I personally aim to get the Pro Controller, but I do know it's expensive. That is an expensive peripheral. And I wish that they had Pro Controllers that had none of that tracking stuff, and said, just give me a controller. Just give me a controller, no rumble. I don't need rumble. I don't need any of that. But I think the games are going to require and fully utilize the HD rumble, the accelerometers, the gyroscopic tracking, all that stuff is going to be fully used. But the Pro Controller comes with its own internal battery that can be recharged with Type-C, which is quick charging. So in reality, this might not be such a huge thing, because if the Nintendo Switch itself supports quick charging, that quick charging capability should trickle into the Joy-Cons to allow for quicker recharging if the Joy-Cons do die while you're playing. And just depends on how fast the quick charge, the Joy-Cons will quick charge or not, and how fast they'll do it. But I think it's a bigger deal that Nintendo hasn't really been straightforward about it. I think that's the bigger deal here. I think that if it's quick charge, it'll be okay. It still will be frustrating, but I think it'll be okay. It'll be manageable. But it's something Nintendo needs to talk about. But that's pretty much it, guys. We'll have all of the information in the article and put some in the description there. So have a good day.